Welcome back to map 2 of the Ukraine versus the Hungary. See how I did the bit?
Yes,
Yeah,
I see.
Ukraine versus Hungary. ClanBase Nations Cup 2012 quarter final. Quake live team deathmatch on Level Up TV with Vor. Hello Vor.
Yeah, right.
And me, Disrepute. So
The big man dis.
ridiculously close first map. And dreadful plays. Could have gone either way, in all honesty.
Yeah, I mean, huge opportunity for Hungary to win it with that last quad. I mean, Fida did such a nice quad run, but I don't know, maybe his teammates were dying too much, you'd have to say, you know, while he was doing that. I mean, what was it, a 6 or 7 frag run that he did?
Yeah, I mean, he had 3 frags in a row. I mean,
you'd have kind of expected more conversions by his teammates, but maybe they didn't have the resources to do that with.
yeah,
I think it's a massive opportunity they missed there. So is this a single elimination knockout stage?
Yep.
Wow. We come back to haunt them.
So we're looking at Hungary's map pick now anyway, Hidden Fortress. So it'd be interesting to see what their kind of mental state is, whether they'll be pumped and up for it after that, or whether they'll be disappointed. And
yeah, and Ukraine, they're quite good at this map. So, even though this is Hungary's home map pick, just as we saw on Ukraine's map pick, I would expect a very close game on here.
let's just go over the teams again. Triple Sex, Extreme, Visa D and Vendigo for the Ukraine. And for Hungary, Brazil, Gandhi, Fida and Dash.
Brazil.
What did I say?
Nah, just marveling the name Brazil. He's Hungarian, but it's called Brazil.
Yeah, that's confusing, isn't it? Now, who normally plays? Because we don't always see Brazil take that
well,
spot.
Essentially Zully can play, or Killkiss can play.
Good point, yeah.
Am I missing anyone else?
Probably. Quite an active nation, really, Hungary. Always compete in these Nations Cup. Always do relatively well. Yet to really step up and hit the absolute top places.
We nearly always see them get through the group stage, but then not really go any further than that.
Anyway,
and you know, they had a huge opportunity to take the first map in this, and it could have been their opportunity to reach the semis.
Top 4 guaranteed.
Yeah. Missed opportunity, maybe.
Reading up Hidden Fortress, the best map ever.
Best map.
Gonna go live. Triple Sex getting that back. Yellow misses out on the rocket launcher though to Fida. Oh, and pays the price. Down to 8 health and railed there. Dash has got the railgun and the red. Boy, you got both. I presume a teammate surely dropped the rail for him.
You can get both if everyone that's on bridge goes straight to yellow, or you know, just ignores it.
Surprising though.
But that water storm can give you red and then rail, you know, potentially.
There you go though, Extreme moved in, took that second red of the map, and look, we've got a quad time up on our stream.
I don't.
Yeah, well, 10 seconds time. Be on 50.
Hungary position, but not with much to work.
It's going to be too early, isn't it, as well, with the stacks of Ukraine coming through. Absolute perfect timing. It's just luck, the first quad, obviously. Nice rail from BZ. What? Triple Sex stole the red from quad.
Wow.
I would be fuming at that. Unbelievable. I'm really surprised he did that as well. It seemed like he had a lot of time to avoid doing that.
Who are we following? Because my
switch ran to Vendigo now.
Alright, yeah, my switch had messed up.
Vendigo in control of this yellow room with Extreme. So one of the key positions already locked down by the Ukraine. We have seen in the past Hungary on this map not doing too well. I'm actually surprised they chose this map, because it's one of those maps you have to keep absolutely focused at all times. You can't give away masses of frags unless you get a real lockdown of control later on. But I mean, someone like the Ukraine
push that position. I don't really understand that. So obviously quads go up there, and he just wasted everything he had by trying to go up that staircase. Really does annoy me.
I don't know, we say it every time we watch this map. Why are these people running up a staircase? They must practice these maps and get it, and this happened to them. Or do they never practice it, or never do that in a practice thing. They get to a match and go, oh, I know, I'll try this for the first time. But it just so happens it's every match they do it. Die, get damaged. Stop running up the staircase of death. That's why it's called that. Vendigo moving around, getting that back yellow. There are about 10 frags up at the moment. Moving into this quad spawn time in 20 seconds. Dash going to have to back off surely from this railgun position. Does take a rail shot to the face. 3 seconds to go before the red. Looks like you might pressure. No.
13 health, no 50.
Quad's up in
no
5.
25.
Gotta be careful. Doesn't want to get. Wow. I haven't switched around to the quad. Is it dead?
No, it's not. There's 2 quads in a row that haven't switched for me.
Wow.
And yes,
Stream done a great job there. Okay. Taking the yellow right in front of the quad again. I guess on that occasion, considering his health, they probably said, look, you just take it. Oh, nice rails. Very nice. Very nice rails. Third impressive of the map. 72% from Dash. We've seen how ridiculous rails he hit.
I mean, they want to come back on this because, I mean, 21 frags after a short amount of time on this map is quite a margin already. You can't really let it slip further than this.
Yeah, that's what I was saying before. I mean, we've seen past performances by Hungary that they can have a tendency of throwing away too many frags when they're out of control.
Yeah, it's important to just keep the game going, you know, fairly evenly. I mean, even if you're giving up the areas you want to hold, such as yellow LG, which, you know, we have seen slightly more of Ukraine in that yellow room than we have Hungary. You just need to keep the game close. Don't throw away frags because, you know, you always get a chance eventually on this map. And if you've already given up such a large margin, it just makes it so much harder to come back.
Nice run of frags from Vendigo there. He's doing excellent so far. 70% rail as well. His stats 41% MG. It's a very MG heavy map as well, so doing a good job.
I mean,
there.
the scoreboard at the moment, look at the damages on Ukraine compared to Hungary. Only one Hungary player has just hit 2k, some down in the low 1000s as well, and everyone on Ukraine is over 2.5k.
This is a very damage important map. You do have to deal out a lot of damage all of the time. There's no stopping at the pace of this one.
Yeah, they do have a nice position though, it seems, for this quad. I mean, Dash is looking... Oh, he just taken a huge shot.
Oh my god, I mean, he's done such a great job there as well. 666 does manage to steal it away though. Catches out Dash with the railgun almost fortuitously.
Unlucky not to get the red, but you know, he still picked up 4 frags. It's pretty much the whole team he's killed. And look,
what are they doing? What?
There's 7 frags and he's still got over 10 seconds to go. This could be huge.
Why did Brazil drop off that son? Beggars
can't find his ninth, but really nice quad run. But honestly, it was more to do almost with how easy Hungary made the frags. I mean, just dropping off one after another. Surely the teammates saw him die and was warned that the quad was down there.
You can hear the quad, I mean. He must have seen him die. He's dropped off like a second later. He couldn't have missed it. Unbelievable.
And look at the score all of a sudden. I mean, I told you Hungary were, you know, all right at this map, and that Ukraine were quite good as well. But I think I might have understated how good Ukraine can be on this map. And
I think I hit the nail on the head for when I said sometimes Hungary just throw away frags. That's exactly what they do. You just can't afford to do it on any map at this level in Quake. Never mind this map, where it's so easy to drop, you know, 10 frags in 20 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, by no means is it over, but all they've done is made it so much more harder than it needs to be if they want to come back. I mean, almost 40 frags behind. They're going to have to play so well to bring that back, and Ukraine are going to have to play poorly.
It's about momentum this map though, and that can swing, especially with quads. Ukraine in position at this quad now. 10 seconds to go. 666 decides to drop off, get a little bit of ammo.
That works reasonably well because he can just sweep back in and...
Well, that's position actually. So
Dash is really stacked. Surely, yes. Dash is the man.
Dash is going to grab it. He's going to get a shaft out of it as well as...
Gifted.
Yeah, a little bit of a mistake there, dropping that lightning gun down. Oh my god. How didn't that player die? He's got to be careful going through this telly now. 160 armor though. He shouldn't have too much to worry about a pummeler. Catches that triple sex behind the door. Vendigo gonna follow. There's a drop shaft as well. Visa D going down. He's got 5 frags on the board. Might get a 6th here. Should pick up this fit. Is that a stolen health in front of Quad again?
Yeah.
What? Does Quad not glow? Have they booted a server where you can't see Quad? Does it feel like we're being critical today or something?
No, it's justified.
Well, these items stolen in front of Quad just seem amazing. Anyway, Vendigo's point of view again. Nice rockets doing a bit of damage there. He does hit that railgun shot. Feeder really wasn't going to do much with 15 health. Stolen away red as well, away from Hungary right before. And Ukraine already hit that 100, about 40 frag margin. It hasn't decreased thanks to that quad either, so just... Well, what else can they do, Vol?
Well, you'd have to say that they're not really seeing enough of that yellow room under their control to get the LG and look to go aggressive around the map. I mean, massive favouring towards Ukraine on yellow pickups, 25 to 11. That is mainly due to them holding Lightning Gun Yellow for so long. I've maybe seen Hungary in there once or twice in the 8.5 minutes that have been played so far.
Vendigo's having an amazing game, I have to say. Every time we're on him, hitting great shots, doing so much that actually... I haven't actually looked at his damage, but yeah, 5.4k and plus 21 net, so...
Yeah, but those damage totals on the scoreboard, they've really... I mean, just about survives that quad there, but the damage totals really show you that there's just such a difference in damage output between these teams. Still 2 players on Hungary have yet to hit the 3k damage mark.
Wow, look at the difference. That is ridiculous, isn't it? I wish we had an overall damage that just indicator just showing them. You know, like in League of Legends where it's got the money value at the top.
Yeah.
Be a great indicator on pretty much any map, especially this map.
Yeah, for sure, because there's such a low amount of health on this map that, you know, you get damaged and you're actually out of the game for a while looking for health if you don't die.
Vendigo again, nice rail, 5th impressives, hitting 77% rail. He's running around the map, 100 rocket launcher, railgun and a lightning gun to use there. Made a bit of a meal of killing Feeder there. Look at this,
really
Hungary got
to
no
dominate
one.
now because they're still in control of that yellow LG, and you've got players like Vendigo at the red doing this amount of damage. Now I know Feeder's just taken him out, but look, still a chance to lose that red again, but you have to say Hungary are in a bit of a state at the moment. They just can't really keep control of that red. I think it's just due to Ukraine being too comfortable at that lightning gun yellow.
I'm worried about the mercy limit here, but...
Yeah, it's heading that way. 12 frags away, in fact. Or is it 80?
I think it's 80.
Okay.
The mercy limit, so... But still very possible. And it'll be a very short amount of time to have done it in as well at this rate. 15 seconds before this quad. Hungary they need this quad now.
But it's just surprising that they picked this. I mean, I honestly didn't think it would be a lead like this for Ukraine, but I kind of did worry when they picked it.
Here is Gandhi though. Chance to start bringing it back. Misses out on the red. Does get 2 frags on this run already. Needs more, could do with the LG. Make sure they've taken over their lightning gun should be the objective. It has taken over effectively.
Really needs a teammate to be there. So
actually left the upper yellow, and now he's lost position on that as well, so...
Well, a teammate was heading in there.
Well, they needed a quad run. They needed to win back that yellow. Needed some more frags than that, really, but...
Well, we pulled it back
it's
to a 50 difference from about 60 difference, so that's something at least.
It just couldn't do anything against that shaft despite his stack.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a great lightning gun, to be honest.
It was just the range he was at, because he had the shotgun out. So around a 50 frame margin still remaining. Bendigo going to get caught out here. Around the corner, dashes rushed Rocket. He misses out on that yellow pickup though, thanks to the spawn. Every little bit of armour that gets taken away from them, you can just see it's going to make it that bit harder to come back into it. You have to say, really, Ukraine just needs to sort of keep playing at the tempo they're playing at, keep grabbing the items, doing the damage, and they can't really lose.
No, they can't. The only way they could lose is if they, you know, and they're not going to do this, but if they were to just go so passive and not challenge for the major items, they could find themselves getting run over all of a sudden. But it's not going to happen.
Here they are moving into the quad again, both teams. Good defensive play with that shaft. Does get hit by the rail, but it's a Ukraine quad again. It's really what Hungary could have done without. Nice railing from the quad carrier. Dives into this room, misses those two rails.
Wow, I'm surprised he actually got the chance to fire the second rail. I thought as soon as he missed it, that was his opportunity gone, but you know, he could have actually hit that second one.
Brazil just desperately trying to give away that railgun. I mean, seemed a bit too preoccupied with giving it away. Just managed to grab himself one again, but none of them in the yellow now.
Leads back up to 62 from about 50, so quad one from Bendigo, you know, that made a difference in the score. Still a chance they can hit Mercy limit as well.
Oh dear. Telefragged by his teammate. Nice bit of MG again from Bendigo. Seems to be the star player every time we switch to him. Feeder just catching him out on that occasion. Might have a little look at the scoreboard now. And look at the damages, 8.5k, 8.7k, 7.6, 7.2. The other team, 6.6, 5.5. Just massive difference in those damage stats. 15 seconds before this next quad. There's 3 quads remaining on the map. And it looks like it's kind of the traditional stage that Hungary are eliminated, really, isn't it, Will?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, they regularly find their way out of the group stage, but I don't think they have gone any further than that, from what I can remember. It's always this first knockout stage, but it's their end.
Yeah, I mean, I was actually... well, we'll watch Triple Six of the quad first. That 25, what, was he timing it? It just seemed like... What? What? Did you just see that?
It's a night for quad getting denied the health.
Like toying with their own quad carrier. He baited him in, then just took it. Maybe he just said, just take it, I don't care, I'm invincible on the quad. Weird, very weird. Yeah, I mean, just going back to previous cups as well, I always feel like Hungary just happened to select the wrong map. I've seen it quite a few times. And they seem to select this map quite often and then lose it. I mean, maybe they enjoy playing it, but it does seem like a bit of a bogey map for them.
Yeah, they're just certainly not, you know, in this today it's Brazil and Gandhi, they're so far behind in damage compared to what even the lowest Ukrainian is putting out. I mean, BZD lowest damage on Ukraine with 8.1k, which is higher than anyone on Hungary.
That's very high anyway, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, at this stage it's certainly a good amount of damage to have put out. Oh, bad news this.
What?
Steven Gerrard hat-trick.
Oh no. Hat-trick of own goals?
Not Stevie.
Is it 3 penalties?
No, it's 3-0. But it's not penalties.
So Gandipov now, only hitting 34% rail.
I mean, this is a decent position to be in, but, you know,
Hit those shots.
Yeah, you've got to hit everything, and at this stage of the game, it's just not going to make a difference, unfortunately. You look at the red pickup stats, it's 15 to 24. I mean, in Hungary's favour, but still, that isn't enough of a difference when Ukraine have dominated Lightning Gun Yellow for so much of the game.
Also, something that doesn't show on the stats, of course, is that in your yellow room, you also have the shards, which is what, a green armor's worth, something like that?
Yeah, it's 5 shards.
Yeah. So you've actually got a 75 armor stack in that room. Which isn't that far off a single red, so you're not losing out too much on armor, plus you're gaining the LG and a safe position.
Yeah.
And it'd be nice to see a weapon pickup, because that would give us a real indication of what's going on the map. I mean, it is a little bit too simplistic to talk about armor pickups, really, when you're talking about why a team won a map. Because you don't actually get kills by picking up armor.
Sure, but it still helps.
More sense.
Presuming they're all using the armor well, which we've seen quite a few cases of Ukrainian players going on really nice frag runs, relying on that armor stack advantage.
Switch rounds, follow Brazil. Hasn't done too much damage, as you said. In comparison, he's eliminated by Extreme, who is doing his fair share of damage. We're up to some ridiculous statistics across the Ukrainian team. I mean, as a 4, that kind of damage output is pretty much unheard of. Only the absolute top teams would normally hit that kind of damage across the board.
For sure. You know, it's a chance they can all finish on 10k or higher.
I don't think I would have ever seen that before. Oh, Extreme managed to grab it somehow in front of Brazil. Oh dear. It does go down, so we've got a minute left for Visa D and Extreme to try and hit that 10k marker. I guess that's all we can sort of go for now.
Well, Extreme's going to certainly get it. BZD might have to work a little bit harder to get there.
300 damage, 3 kills roughly. 40 seconds, shouldn't be...
Well, he's got a rocket launcher at the moment, so...
Yeah, switch round to him and have a watch at what he's doing.
No ammo left. Oh, there's ammo waiting for him there.
Ammo and armour. Wow, that shotgun... not going to do it, is he?
Well, he needs about 150, I reckon. He's got a chance.
15 seconds to go. Brazil, in a heavy shotgun in there. BZD does get down and get a frag on feeder. Shoots the dead body as well. Oh, dash!
There it is.
Oh my god.
So everyone on your own, 10 cray across, well, at least 10 cray.
Incredible. That's absolutely dominant.
Yeah, and it's just... No, you have to go back and say, as well as Hungary did on that first map, it's just a bad map selection for them on their own map. I mean, you wouldn't expect that at all, to have such a close game on your opponent's map pick. That is, I guess, a possibility that they also wanted to pick Dreadful Place. I mean, who knows? But the DM20 pick certainly didn't work out at all.